It is the 200 level. Mike Carpenter in the basement studio on a Wednesday evening. I'm losing track of time here. As Illinois, number 8 in the nation, plays number 11 Alabama. It is a 1-point Illinois lead in what has been a very exciting game. I'd say high-level basketball, and in many ways it is, though you are seeing two teams early in the season still kind of figure a few things out about themselves. But, hey, you're up one, and the scoreboard would reflect a game that is incredibly even. This blew my mind. Alabama, 14 of 33 from the field for 42%. You're 15 of 36, 42%. Three-pointers, they're 8 of 21. You're 8 of 20. Free throws, they're 5 of 6. You're 4 of 5. You have 21 rebounds to their 16. 6 turnovers per team, so not too bad given the pace of the game. Points in the paint, 12 for Illinois, 10 for Alabama. I could go on. This is an incredibly evenly matched game, and one that I actually thought coming in, oh, yeah, Illinois, I think they're going to win by 6-7 points. That one's for the kids. Win by a half point. I don't really care. This is a game that will go right down to it, because any time that Illinois has an opportunity to maybe pull away, Alabama's three-point making ability is going to make it difficult to really stretch that thing out. Now, they could stop making threes. And it's interesting that Illinois shot 8 of 20, or was it 8 of 21 from three? Sorry, 8 of 20. So 40% is good. You'll take that. And yet it felt like we just weren't hitting them. I think it was the timeliness of the threes that Illinois hit, especially to keep Alabama at bay late in that first half. 2 fouls each for Colin Boswell and Andrei Stojakovic. They set for the last 4 minutes. The second one on Kylan was ridiculous. And okay, fine, that's what it is. And you weathered that storm. So to be up a point, given the circumstances, I'm actually okay with. We're about to start the second half. We'll get all the sponsors and everything as we go along. Hello to everybody on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook. We're streaming across 3 platforms. Do me a favor, share it on whatever platform you're on, and we'll try to make this as big a party as we can. As you guys are in the comment section, go ahead and throw your comments and your thoughts about the game in there, and we will react together. I will say this. I got frustrated as JT Toppin was going off for Texas Tech last week. And it occurred to me that my angst when that was happening was this notion that we could not beat a non-conference ranked team at home. And you got over that hump. I'm finding myself a little more at ease with this game. I want to win, and if we lose, I hope it's not because of our own hiccups or getting in the way of a possible win. However, Alabama's good. They were bound to have a bounce-back game after Purdue. This is the kind of game that if it's even Steven, you're just going back and forth, and they happen to win, it's going to be difficult for me to be angry about that. But I think the opportunity to win is there, specifically because I think Illinois can get a few more buckets in the paint, and this is going to be a game one on the margins. As we saw in the box score that I had read there, incredibly even. So, hello again to everybody out there. We already got like 200 plus across the 3 platforms and just a couple minutes in. So we are welcoming, hopefully, a big Illini crowd to watch and react with us as we about to get started. What I'm going to do is let you know when my Hulu stream gets going here for FS1. We're about to get underway in the second half. Not that you need to time out necessarily, but for those that might want to. And we are now bringing back, it looks like, the starting 5, including Big Z. Haven't got a shot at him yet. We are about to get underway. It is the starting 5 again for Illinois. And we are now about to get started. We're underway. 20 minutes to go, 1 point Illinois lead, so Alabama with the ball. Defensively, Illinois has, they contest a 3, but Andre got a little bit carried away. Fortunately, a missed 3 for Alabama and another rebound for David Mirkovich, who just eats those things up. Kylan back on the court with 2 fouls, brings it across, 19:40 to go. Looking for Mirkovich, but has to find Keaton Wagler around the free throw line or top of the key. Wagler takes the pick somewhat from Mirkovich. Back to Mirkovich, who's going to try to drive in the lane. And it is, nope, he corrals it. So back to Kylan with 5 on the shot clock. He's going to have to launch one here, it looks like. Kylan 3, he gathers himself, but a long rebound to Andrei Stojakovic. So a second chance opportunity for Illinois with 19:10 to go. Here's Kylan. He has Mirkovich, who pump fakes the 3. Back to Kylan for a set 3. up, no good, and a rebound for Big Z. And it looks like Illinois will keep the ball as Big Z got tangled up there with one of Alabama's bigs. All right. So it was weird to me when I saw that Illinois was shooting 40% from three. Humrickhouse is 0 for 4 before he hit his first. So he's 1 for 5. That means that Illinois, other than that, was 7 of 15. So just a bit under 50% as a team. Other than that, Stojakovic hit 1, maybe 2. Keaton Wagler hit 1. Just didn't feel like we shot it well. Big Z gets fouled going to the basket, so he'll go the line to shoot 2 here. So draws a foul on Alabama. They're second of the half, and that's on Sherrill. Not sure how many that is on him. So, all right. Hello, comment section. Good to see you all this evening. From Ryan, I swear they maul Merck every time he rebounds. You know what's interesting about Merkovich as he rebounds, Ryan, is that he has control of it, but his arms are moving around so much that I worry. Maybe I shouldn't. Big Z misses the first free throw. But he's very, active as a rebounder. He does seem to have natural ability to hold on to the ball, so I'm a little bit less concerned about that. This is from Big Tota. I've said some choice words about Ben tonight, but his D has been excellent. Here's the thing. He is flying around out there, and he's doing everything but making shots. There was, after he did hit that 3, 2 missed free throws from Big Z, who I don't think will be long for the second half. There was the 3 that he finally made at the end of the first half, Ben Humrickhouse. And then on the next possession, got a little bit lost, just enough for Alabama to get open on the screen. So Illinois gets a steal here, and this is going to be Big Z. No, he pump fakes the 3, but does not shoot it. Wagler on the left side looking for Merkovich. Left side of the lane here, he finds Big Z in the lane, and that's just, I don't know. Big Z's a mess tonight. He had 1-3 in the first half, didn't play many minutes, and a take for Alabama. Big Z is a reserve piece, and it's unfortunate you're not getting fully healthy Tommy tonight. Wagler, Stojakovic, Big Z rotating around to Merkovich left side. But he's just kind of flopping around out there tonight. Here's Merkovich 3. It's up, no good. Illinois just another foul on Alabama. Okay, so you're seeing the size for Illinois is paying off. In this case, 3 fouls already on Alabama. And it just seems like we're getting tangled up with them down there, and they are getting the short end of most calls. The only bad call I could say against Illinois was the one against Kylan in his second foul. So that's 3 on Sherrill and 3 on Filan. So they're going to keep him in with 3 fouls. God, if he could get a 4th, that'd be huge. All right, here's Merkovich. 18:05 to go. Need a bucket for Illinois. They've yet to score in this half. Kind of out of control. Yeah, he's looking for the foul, trying to draw it on Filan. Does not get that. I like the idea, but the shot itself was a little bit wackadoo. All right, Alabama with the ball. 17:50 to go. They have a 1-point lead. Humrickhouse back out there instead of Big Z. Probably the right move. Here is number 5 for Alabama. I don't know these guys too well. The 3 is up and good. So it's a 4-point Alabama lead. And they're hitting 3s tonight, which is not the Alabama team that you want to face. But you got to hit some shots too. So 2.5 minutes passed. No buckets yet for Illinois in this half. The defense has not bothered me all that much. You're just seeing Alabama get settled in. Offensively, here is Stojakovic on the left side. They're ready to double him if need be. And a tough move, but just, I don't know, guys. Our shots are contested here. Alabama's working their way to open 3s. Now, Illinois gets a break opportunity here. They don't really have numbers, but Kylan's going to force the issue. Up and good. Nice finger roll layup. 46-44 with 16:55 to go. And, come on. Too easy. And then Alabama just takes it right back down. No one stops the ball. Ben Humrickhouse has to throw his body out there, and that's not his guy to stop, I don't think. So Bama will go the line here. Here's Filan with 3 fouls. Again, like Merkovich's idea of trying to draw the 4th. 7 points already for Filan Jr., 3 for 7 from the field. He will shoot 2 from the line. 1 foul on Illinois this half, 3 on Alabama. Shot is up, and Alabama making all their free throws tonight. Do they have any misses? No. Do they? 5 for 6, and now they're 6 for 7. All right. They're going to make both of these here to make it 48-44. And it is up and good. So that scored you by 5 here in the second half because you made one shot from the field. And that was Kylan on a layup. So 48-44 Alabama with 16:40 to go. Here's Keaton Wagler. He's going to try to draw a foul, I would assume, and he does. God, he's good at that. I mean, a freshman drawing this many fouls. Now, this will be a storyline to watch if Illinois can continue the aggressiveness. I know that you've taken an early punch from Alabama. It almost feels like Illinois' best opportunity here is muck this game up and draw fouls and go to the line, start contesting these threes of Alabama, and hope that that pays off. Amari Allen now has 3 fouls. That's 3 guys with 3 fouls for Alabama, so they will have to play a little bit of chess here as far as the rotation is concerned, and you got to take advantage. Kylan with the ball, 16:35 to go. Merkovich going down low. This is Humrickhouse 3. And another foul on Alabama. Ben, make your goddamn shots. 1 for 6 from 3. I know he's playing well elsewhere, but these are shots in rhythm. They're open. I'm not going to do the Ben Humrickhouse freak out thing like last year, but if you had a healthy Tommy, you would not be seeing this many minutes from Ben. So you're out there. Make a shot or 2 more. It's essential because he's going to have to play, and now we got to steal on the inbounds. But fortunately, Merkovich gets it back and finds Kylan for the easy layup. That is a break. Good heads-up play there from Merkovich. So back to a 2-point game. Alabama with the ball. And this is going to be Humrickhouse going up straight. He contested that as well as he could, but the layup is still made. So 50-46. Alabama not stopping them. I've noticed 2 straight second halves against good teams. Illinois has struggled defensively. Now, they can settle back in and make an adjustment here, but that's a bad shot by Wagler from the free throw line off the front end of the rim. 15:50 to go. Alabama with the ball here and a chance to extend their lead. The three-pointer is up. It is no good. But Kylan's late to get that rebound. Fortunately, Alabama had stepped out before throwing it off of Merkovich. Well, not a great start to the second half, but Well, while it's the first break, not my best transition, but Hamilton Walker's in downtown Champaign. Steak, seafood, and spirits right in the heart of downtown Champaign for your next pregame meal, for a date night, formal, informal dinners alike. Hamilton Walker's is the best spot in Champaign. Just went there last week, and Trevor made note of this. He said, the way you described the ketchup made me want to go to Hamilton Walker's. I don't think Hamilton Walker's necessarily wanted me to make this a big part of their ad copy, but legitimately they have the best ketchup that I've ever tasted. They already have great steak fries, but I think this ketchup, like everything else, is made fresh in their scratch kitchen. So go for the ketchup, stay for the cannoli. I think I butchered that Godfather line, and I don't even know if they have cannoli, but I do know they have desserts. And if you don't want a dessert, get something else sweet like an old-fashioned, which is my personal favorite. Hamilton Walker's in downtown Champaign. State Farm agent Brian Hansen, online at brianismyguy.com. Life, auto, home, business, renters, you name it, Brian is my guy, and he can be your guy as well at brianismyguy.com. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend. Give them a call at 217-841-4728 and join their maintenance program. We're part of that. We've been doing it a couple of years. That's no overtime or weekend fees, guaranteed same-day service, a furnace check in the fall, AC check in the spring. Can't recommend it enough. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing. And Owen Builders, LLC, online at owenbuildersllc.com for your next home improvement project. Check out a gallery of their work online at owenbuildersllc.com. Get a free quote while you're there. Got to thank Champagne Showers Podcast Network and all of you for listening. For watching right now, got a good little crowd in there. Do me a favor. I don't have super chats set up yet. Maybe someday I will. But while you are watching us, wherever you are, just like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. From Bobo. Oh, there it is. 2 for 10 from the field for Illinois this half. 0 for 4 from 3. Bama 3 for 5 with 5 fouls in the second half. Now, that is the thing to watch. Illinois needs to keep being aggressive. I do think they can muck this up. However, if Bama's making threes tonight, it's going to be tough sledding. Now, Big Tota asked how many threes we've taken thus far. I think Big Tota, we're up to like 23. We've yet to make one this half. And, Ben's 1 for 6. I don't know if anyone's really shooting well from three, to be fair. 1 for 3 from Wagler, 1 for 3 from Big Z, 0 for 1 for Tommy, 2 for 5 from Merkovich, 2 for 3 from Stojakovic, who we need to get going as well. But Petrovic gets some playing time here. So we're going a little bit smaller. It looks like Wagler will get a breath on the bench as Henriquez will inbound it to Kylan or Petrovic. Alabama showing full court and then back off. So 15:40 to go. Petrovic, who did hit one of those threes, looked great in the first half for the few minutes he played. Passes it to Henriquez. Corner Stojakovic. Merkovich down by the paint. Back to Ben Henriquez. The three is up. It is no good. I don't know, man. I bet he makes them all the time in practice, but it ain't practice. So please. And then put back for Alabama. Make a shot. I don't know. I appreciate the effort, but make a freaking shot. He's 1 for 7 from three. These are good looks. And what I don't need to hear, what I don't need to hear from Brad Underwood in the postgame, as Stojakovic looks to get the foul, but he does not get it. Merkovich looks to get the foul. And Alabama gets the timeout as they fall out of bounds. Now, some consternation here. There was a lot of contact in that sequence. Frustrating start to this half nonetheless. Make a goddamn shot. I don't know what to say. So it's not for lack of trying. Your offense is still going to be high in the KenPom metrics and everything like that. But boy, when it's not hitting shots, and I know that could be universal. You could say that for anybody. But when they aren't hitting threes, you feel stagnant. And I don't think this team is going to repeat the lows of last year. But in order for it to achieve highs that we would like to, like a run like 2 years ago to the second weekend, the Elite Eight maybe, you got to be able to have a little bit more of that and a little more consistency. And it's not like these are contested threes. You're freaking open. And Ben Henriquez is the biggest culprit, but there's other guys just not making shots. I know it's a different court and everything, but Alabama's having no problem. I know that's their bread and butter. But you know what? You've got three-point shooters too. Or so we have been told, and so this roster has been built. So start making the damn things. Come on. From Big Tota, why can we not switch to driving the ball, especially with the fouls for Bama? I think, Big Tota, they can match your athleticism and if not surpass it. And if you're not getting looks down low and the size advantage isn't really playing in here, then I don't know, right? I'll say right now this game feels tenuous. I don't think Illinois necessarily had a window to blow anything open. I don't think that happens against Alabama. I thought what was going to happen tonight, and why I felt really confident coming in, was that Illinois had a size advantage. They would out-rebound Alabama, which they are doing slightly, and that they would get more two-point buckets. But the problem is Alabama's matched that already, and they're making more threes, and that's a difficult thing to keep up with. For Mark, if we're going to shoot threes, Jake is better than Ben. He's not going to be worse. A lot of guys could go 1 for 7. It's too bad. And you know what stinks about this? And I don't want to be a contributor to this. I'm just frustrated that tonight Ben is 1 for 7. But what it is going to do is dredge up a lot of fans' misgivings about Ben Henriquez from last year. He's going to end this game with probably 30 minutes played. And I understand a little bit of that is out of necessity. But damned if it's not frustrating to watch him miss shot after shot after shot. Second year bounce, well, hasn't really happened yet. On the year, he's not shooting well. So there's no real improvement in that. So, God, you're open. You're 6'10". I got nothing. Just make a damn shot. That's it. So what Illinois was complaining about, he didn't even have possession in order to call timeout. Now, I don't know if he can challenge that or not. as Bobo says, Tommy must not be close to 100%. He's played 8 minutes. I don't think Bobo, they're going to risk it. If he didn't feel right, they aren't going to risk it more as far as significant minutes played. He's back out there, and I would imagine he knows what his limitations are. And right there, you see he's not able to do the action on defense as well as he can. It's an 8-point Alabama lead. You are not scoring, and they're scoring almost every trip down. Bad mix. Texas Tech, yet again. Now, you were able to overcome that, but Alabama is a little bit stiffer of a test because they have a more balanced offense. It's not a one-trick pony. So Kylan driving it in, up and good to make it a 6-point game. I think what it is just keeping this within arm's reach. Inevitably making a run at some point. It's basketball. Keep this in the single digits range. As you get to the 12-minute timeout, let it be a 4-point game. You get to 8, try to get it closer to 2. I mean, just, and the beauty, and this is why basketball is so much fun to watch, why football can be a drain and basketball can just be boom, up, down, roller coaster. In 5 real-time minutes, this result could flip. That's the great thing about the sport. The terrifying thing, too, though, if Illinois takes the lead back, you know what Alabama is capable of. So it is a 6-point Alabama lead with 13:56 to go. Stojakovic takes a seat. Nothing from him so far in the second half. Markovic on the bench as well. Hammerkaus getting that playing time, baby. And he is doing other things pretty well out there, but just, he's going to have more open shots. They are contesting him there. Here's Kylan driving it. Does not get the foul. And what's, I think, frustrating for Illinois here is that the way the first couple minutes were being called, it was setting a precedent that if you draw contact, you will get the foul call. But that hasn't really proven to be the case. Now, there is a foul away from the ball here. Alabama will take it out. So that will be Illinois' second foul. Alabama still sitting at 5. So 3 minutes without a foul called on Alabama. So it's interesting how the refs have swallowed the whistle. Just asking for some consistency here. You aren't getting that. If you don't get those calls, what do? Markovic is in. So we have Tommy, Markovic, Kylan, Petrovic, and Wagler. Alabama to inbound, 13:28. Good defense on the inbound. Alabama with the ball. I'm not great. I don't know their names. So number 2, the point guard, he's back up top with Petrovic on him. A little pick and roll action, up and in. And they're getting shots at the rim with not much restraint either. Now the athleticism is really starting to look starkly different. Tommy gets fouled. Who on, I wonder? Do we get a break on Holloway? Yeah. So is it a trend? Bad second half starts. You had a 15-point lead at Texas Tech. You lost that lead. You won and showed some resilience there. You didn't have that cushion here. However, a 2-point lead or 1-point lead turns into an 8-point deficit. So that's a 9-point turnaround. It was 15 against Texas Tech. Both of these are good teams. Runs happen in basketball. But for it to both happen in the first 10 minutes of the second half, step back 3, no good for Alabama, and Markovic gets the board. Okay, well, is this going to be a troubling trend where we have rough, rocky second half starts? Small sample size, so that's too early to say that, but frustrating in the moment. Tommy with the ball, a nice pass to Markovic, who can't put it in. Guys, here's basket. You got the ball, put the ball in the basket. I'm not seeing that much more from Alabama's defense to make me think, oh, man, they turned it on. They are 34th on KenPom in defensive efficiency, which is fine, but it's not spectacular. Kylan with the take, up and good. Nice, tough take there to make it a 6-point game. You just got to hang. You just got to hang here. 12:15 to go. Alabama on the take, and this is passed out to Kylan. Back up top. Kylan looking for the steal, and now they're going to call a foul. You know what's really frustrating about that? There's been actual contact, and that was like an anticipated call the minute he gets his hands on the ball. And I mean, as I watch this here. Kylan picks his spots. That's foul number 3, but I think you got to leave him in there. Didn't work out there, but it's just frustrating that for 4 minutes, the refs swallow their whistle, and then they decide there to do that. Now, I'm not sure what is going on here. Teams are huddling. I feel like there's a Brad blow-up waiting to happen tonight. We'll see, I guess. Okay, Alabama ball, 56-50. Wagler, good job trailing his guy over the pick. 10 on the shot clock. We're 12 minutes to go. Next stoppage will be a timeout. Alabama with the take. Up. No good. Rebound for Tommy. And we have a jump ball that will go to Illinois. You got to come harder with that, man. It's just Alabama is the aggressor in every way, shape, and form right now. And we look a little shaken. For a team that is as old as we are, like, come on. Buzzwords like tough and I don't want to do toughness and togetherness, John Gross style, but like that is one thing that Alabama is bringing that you are not in this half. And frustrating start so far. I mean, if I look at the rebounds, Alabama's closed the gap on that. They were trailing -5 rebound differential. Now it's -2, so they've closed that gap. They're shooting 46%. They won at 4%. Field goals, you went down 7. I mean, it's just plain as day why now you're trailing by 6. The good news is you're only trailing by 6. So it's still within reach. You're also lucky that they're 9 for 26 from 3. 35% 3 for Alabama is a result you will take because they are capable on any given night of going 40+. Damn if it isn't frustrating that you are only shooting 32% from 3. You've shot 25 of them, so one less than Alabama, but it is a 3-reliant offense. And guys, that's not going to change. That is going to be this team. That was last year's team. They had a whole host of other issues. But, I mean, we're being reminded tonight, right? When they don't fall consistently, it is infuriating. It's pull your hair out kind of stuff. All right. For Mark, someone's got to step up and make shots. I mean, that's it. That's all it. That's literally it. I mean, I can try to analyze anything. I do think there is an aggression thing Illinois is lacking right now. Bobo, I love these updates. Bama leads second half 15-8, out-rebounding Illinois 10-8. Illinois just 4 for 18 field goals in the second half. Boswell 4 for 8. Rest of team 0 for 10. 0 for 10. Merkovich is 0 for 5. You're 6'9". Put the ball in the hoop. Big Tota says we look timid. We do. From Mr. M, not being able to put physical, this smaller team is driving me crazy. Yeah, I mean, yeah. From Fedigator. Hey, Fedigator. 11 for 29, 2-point. Pathetic. Now from Czar, this is the great Tyler Underwood offense. I mean, in fairness, the looks aren't bad. Just put the ball put it in the hoop. I don't know what to say. God. I know that's not the most compelling podcasting, but get the thing in the freaking thing. Or force the issue. I would rather to see one of our guys maybe get called for a charge because they got overly aggressive. Now, I know there's something about wanting to play within yourself. And that is one thing Illinois did great against Texas Tech. They absorbed the haymaker and emerged on the other side of it okay. You got to start making moves now. You got to really change the temperature of this game because you're getting kind of bitch slapped right now by a good team and a team that was coming off of a loss, and that's dangerous, and I probably didn't get enough credence to that. But you have the ball. Here's Wagler. You're trailing by 6 with 11:45 to go. Silly foul by Filan if they call it on him. 56-50, and that will be Merkovich, but it's only 6 on Alabama. I say only 6. I mean, they'll get to bonus pretty soon. Is that his 4th? FS1 not telling us. Comment section, you tell me. Okay, I guess it is bonus. I'm sorry. All right, Markovich at the line. Does he get his board? And it's a jump ball. It will go to Alabama. Ball in the hoop, guys. I don't know. And I know you're trying, but try harder. I know you're new pieces, but Alabama's got new pieces too. Don't get out-toughed by Alabama. Get outshot by them. That's fine. But that wasn't how you were going to beat them tonight anyway. You had a size advantage. It's not paid dividends yet. 11:20 to go. Alabama with the ball, 6-point lead, 56-50. Every possession now defensively is crucial. And it's up and in. They can make their 2-point shots, see? So it's an 8-point lead. Boy. I didn't say I'd get angry. I don't know if I'm angry as much as I'm disappointed that this is the effort being put forth in the second half. Kyleman finds Tommy. The 3 is up and good. Much needed. 5-point lead. And there's still so much game left. But 2 straight games where the first 10 minutes of the second half, you stunk up the joint. And the 2-point is good for Alabama. And the problem is, you spot them a lead like this, and sort of like the Kentucky game in the NCAA tournament last year, which was worse than this, admittedly. And now Petrovich is throwing someone's legs. 3-point for Alabama is up and no good. Fortunately for you, the heat check does not work. It's a 7-point lead. Wagler with the ball. He might get trapped. He needs some help. Okay, Petrovich with the ball at the Bulls logo. But you run the risk here. Yep, that's a push-off on Tommy. And even if it wasn't that much, you can't extend your arms like that and get caught in no man's land. There's no need to extend your arms. It probably is not much contact. But they'll get that every freaking time. So that's a wasted possession. I don't know what Illinois' points per possession is this game, but it is falling fast. You have 11 points in 10 minutes. 11 points in 10 minutes. Now, the under is going to hit tonight. And if the over hits, you are not going to be contributing as much to it. Alabama, easy take and a foul. Jesus Christ. Playing like absolute dog shit right now. There's a reason I put the explicit tag. I'm sorry, folks. I mean, Alabama is doing so much of this right now, just getting to the rim at will. They've hit a couple threes, but that's not the barrage that they've put on other teams. They are doing this by just saying, no more. We're going to the rim. And it's interesting, too, how we went into that second half leading by 1. And I thought, okay, we sort of absorbed a bit of a counterpunch in that last stretch of the first half. Good. We got Boswell back. We got Stojakovic back. Should pay dividends here. Now, somehow you're allowing this to not get in double-digit territory. It's still 8 points with 9:54 to go. But, man, you got to start making moves. And honestly, you just got to look better. And Stojakovic trying to draw the foul, but they aren't giving it to him. You just got to start looking better. Because right now, you look awful in the second half. Tell me the redeeming thing of this second half performance so far. You got to dig. Boswell making some layups badly. Okay, we got a conference here. Thank you, official. Okay, he keeps it quick. I always like when the officials tell guys to like stop bodying up. It's like it's just please. Wagler with 9:45 to go. Sorry, this is Stojakovic. The drive is up and good. Great use of his body there to make it a 6-point game. You just got a 6, 5, 4-point game going into the 8-minute timeout. Just striking distance. 3 open for Alabama. Up. Good. Notice who was not playing anymore. That's Benham Rickhouse. And I think Tommy, as long as they can ride him, they're going to do that. Because he did hit a 3. You'd love a couple more of those who have gone for Humrickhouse. But, I mean, tell you what, there's guys that have missed bunnies, too. 9:10 to go. Here's Boswell. It's a 9-point Alabama lead. Here's Merkovich. Gets caught in a little trouble, but gets it back out to Kylan, who's going to have to just launch it. The 3 is up. No good. Tommy gets the board. He's got a big size advantage here, but he kicks it out to Wagler. The 3. I don't know, guys. And alley-oop is no good. Illinois has a break opportunity here. Up to Merkovich, who saves it. 8:35 to go. You need a buck in the worst way. And Stojakovic gets an and one opportunity. Whew. You know, here's one silver lining about early season struggles like this. Would it be great if they won by 20? Sure. I thought they were going to win by like 6 or 7 points tonight. But one good thing about this, and where the Texas Tech game I hope will pay dividends later, is that you had to absorb a haymaker and respond and build some resilience as a team. Last year's team never really did build that resilience. I'm trying to think of comeback wins. And Tennessee was a back-and-forth affair that you didn't win. Missouri was an up-and-down game that you did win. So there was a little bit of resiliency shown in that. But really in the Big Ten season, it was feast or famine. You were either hitting shots and winning games, or if it were close, you often folded. 6-point lead for Alabama after Stojakovic makes it a 3-point game. Ben Humrickhouse is back in. I'm feeling a 3, man. I'm feeling optimistic. But for now, just get stops on defense, Ben. That's it. As Merkovich gets a breather, and he probably needs it. And that's the thing, Humrickhouse is going to play. But no, I think that there may be value in weathering some storms early on as this group of guys gets to play together for these non-conference games. If you somehow get 2 of the 4 between Alabama, Tennessee, UConn, Missouri, 2 of those 4, you go 500. That gets you to 3-2 in your 5 marquee non-conference games. That'll do. So tonight is all about, well, getting ahead of the curve there and pocketing another big win that's going to be huge come March. Now we get a board here and a chance to cut into this lead again. It's 64-58. That's why if you lose this, it's not anything, not panic button stuff by any stretch, but clear signs of some flaws in this team. If they aren't hitting shots, what is the alternative against athletic teams that won't let you get into the lane? Stojakovic, kind of out of control. He wants the 3. No, he's driving it. Careful. Shot clock violation. That's some last year shit right there. Spent so much time pirouetting around the 3-point line. Somebody shoot the ball. Please, somebody shoot the ball. It strikes me that you can't waste possessions in a game like this. Fair to say, right? God dang it. He is having a good night. 17 points, 7 for 10. Dang. All right, so 6-point lead for Alabama. And he did fall, Ryan. And that's also a little bit on Kylan for, hey, recognize the time. Just launch it. Man. Story of the second half so far. Thanks, Bobo, for pulling this up here. Points per possession, Bama, 1.053. Guys, that's pretty good. Your defense isn't bad tonight. I know Bama is getting more shots at the rim than you are. But all things considered, you'll take that points per possession. What you can accept is Illinois 0.579 points per possession. That means every 4 possessions, you're getting a 2-point bucket pretty much. I mean, that ain't going to play against not just Alabama, but a lot of teams. I will say the good news is I do think the defense getting really stress tested tonight is showing some signs of life. But man, Bobo, you are just the statistician supreme. 7 for 23 field goals for Illinois this half. 1 for 8 from 3. 1 for 4 for free throws in the second half. So there was 2 missed. Now, Merkovich missed 1. Big Z missed 2 early. That's right. And then the 1 make was from Stojakovic. Just 2 free throw attempts in that segment since going in the bonus. Man. I don't know. What's tricky about games like this when you're playing good teams, my frustration with Underwood last week was based on history, where a guy can go off and ultimately doom your team. And flashbacks to Trace Jackson Davis at the State Farm Center in 2023 when he went for 34 and he lost by 30 to a Mike Woodson coached IU team. And thinking about how JT Toppin did what he did, got us 35. You did make an adjustment. With Alabama, there's not any one specific adjustment to make because any of those 5 guys on the court are a threat at any given time. They do look more athletic than Texas Tech. Alabama looks like a team that by year's end will probably be another Final Four contender for Nate Oates. I want to be a Final Four contender too. So when I see this and when I critique or show displeasure, it's because Underwood has raised the bar to a level where you want to make extended NCAA tournament trips. This is one game, a game in the non-conference. And even with the loss, there's plenty you can learn from it. But I think it is those shades of last year's offense when they weren't hitting that are making me think, oh boy. Okay, well, if it's a night against a good team and you're just not making enough three-point shots, what do? Alabama misses the 3, but they get a board. You got a break, though, because Filan missed it, but he got that board over or around, I should say, Big Z and Stojakovic. You get a break, get it back, 6-point lead, 7:15 to go. This is going to be Stojakovic. He's got space in the lane, up and good. God, he's got great body control. He's got 19 points tonight. So he is as advertised. It's a 4-point game with 7 to go. Get a stop. All right. Here's Alabama. 15 on the shot clock. I thought, oh my God. Kylan gets whistled for the foul. Now, it was before the shot. He will go the line, though, because it's bonus. But you know what's really frustrating? I mean, I want to see the replay here. If he is looking like he did catch some contact with his expression there, that's 4 on Kylan. I know he's going for the steal. But the thing that always worries me about those reach-ins is the anticipatory foul call of, well, I mean, it must be, and then they're just ready to blow that whistle the minute that you extend that arm into the other guy's space. So Caton Bristow misses the free throw. Out of bounds, and will go to Illinois. 4-point game, 6:47 to go. Hey, good news, you're playing really not good, and Alabama's a net +5 in this half. So what is keeping this close? Well, your defense is keeping this close. And they missed some bunnies too, but I am seeing a bit more grit on that side, whereas last year this would be a 15-point lead for Alabama by now. Stojakovic, the take is up and good. God dang, kid. Peja's in the house again. 64-62. Okay. I'm watching this replay here as he takes it from the top of the key. He splits 2 defenders, goes around the other, who was outside of that semicircle, and he grazes his shoulder, and a kind of a flop from the Alabama guy, and a good job by the officials not to take the bait. Well played by Andre, man. The other thing to factor into that I've not spoken enough about tonight, Tommy's not himself, right? He did make the 3, but he's not himself. Big Z's back out there. Maybe you get Tommy in for the last 4 minutes. Defensive liability, perhaps, because of his lack of mobility relative to what he could do. Stojakovic misses the free throw. Too many missed free throws for Illinois tonight. 2-point game. Alabama with the ball. Petrovic, Wagler, Big Z in the corner. Stojakovic and Henriquez. The three for Alabama is up, no good. Henriquez gets the board, a chance to tie it or take the lead with 6:15 to go. Holy moly. All right, Alabama 2 for 9 from 3 this half. You're 1 for 8. So they haven't killed you from 3. All right, here's Stojakovic. He's got plenty of space on the left side of the court. A little bit of booty ball, but he's got Big Z in the corner. The 3 is up. God dang, that's a good shot. Go in, please. Alabama corner 3 is up. That's a killer. God dang it. Make a shot. It was a good look. In rhythm. Just make the damn shot. Petrovic. They call it on the floor. And what happened here? What is this? What's the clock stoppage or time? What's the play stoppage here? Chat thread, I don't have the audio on, so can you let me know? All of a sudden, Petrovic is driving, and then, I don't know, the game is stopped. Right, it's true. Bama has hit so many FU threes tonight, just backbreakers. That one hurt. From a possible 1-point lead to a 5-point deficit. Timeout. It was blown before Petrovic started driving, right? We didn't wipe a layup off the board, I hope. I'm sure that I would imagine that Alabama's defensive is because the timeout was called. So for a second, from my vantage point without the audio on, it looked like the play just stopped after Petrovic got in the clear for the layup, maybe an and one opportunity. All right, 5:31 to go, 67-62. Stojakovic to inbound to Petrovic. Fresh shot clock. Here's some Henriquez. Over to Stojakovic, left corner. He's driving it under the hoop. Unbelievable, guys. He is unbelievable. And one. Did not step out of bounds somehow. Tightrope all the way there. Just feed this man the ball. Holy smokes is right, Mr. M. I should say that. I've only said a couple curse words tonight. I'm trying to do right by the kids. Okay, so with 5:22 to go, another 3-point opportunity here for Stojakovic. He missed the last and one from the free throw line. Allen goes to the bench. He's got 4. That's Amari Allen. They're forward with 8 points. It's interesting. Alabama just is a cavalcade of athletes between 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". And another missed free throw. We are leaving too much out there. It's going to bite us. It will take almost a 3-pointer from Alabama. Is not an FU 3-pointer here, but another opportunity. Is this an FU 3-pointer? It is. Man, there's no margin for error with this much time left. You can't and one them to death with Andrei Stojakovic. And a break here for Alabama. It's going to be a layup. It's an 8-point lead. And that's the backbreaker right there. That's frustrating, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, just too messy. Uncalled travel. I did not see that rhyme. Just not enough. Just someone step up and make a shot. I mean, we're going to get through this game, and we're going to, what's the postmortem of losing to a good Alabama team? You didn't make enough shots, and they made timely shots. And again, you can't and one them to death with Andrei Stojakovic if all of a sudden you're spotting them an 8-point lead. You go from a chance just 5 real-time minutes ago, maybe a minute and a half of game minutes from Big Z. If he makes that 3, you go up 1. To them hitting, as Ryan called, an FU 3. From Bobo, Illinois, 5 for 11 from the line. I mean, Bobo, here's the thing, though. That is frustrating. With an 8-point deficit, even if you hit 3 more to go 8 for 11, which you'll take that, right? it's still a 5-point game, which is a better situation. But Alabama, 31-22 in the second half. That's frustrating, man. And 2 games in a row where you've gotten outscored by the opposing Power 4 team, top 15 caliber team, by almost double digits in the second half. It didn't bite you against Texas Tech. It'll probably bite you tonight. This is from Czar. I'm used to it. Brad losing in big games. I've come to expect it. Czar, the thing is, when it comes to the non-conference, I'm not going to say that's an unfair statement. His record in non-conference games against ranked teams is not good, home or otherwise. His record against non-conference or against conference teams, pretty darn good. And conference ranked teams, pretty darn good. We get a break here on a reach-in from Alabama. Kylan will go to the line, and he will shoot 2. If he ain't going to make free throws, I don't know if anyone is. From Mark, frustrating. We got to win these games to take that next step. Well, Mark, I think if there's going to be frustration if this result holds, it would be the fact that the vibes early on with this team, and maybe we were projecting a bit, but the vibes around this team early were that, hey, this feels different. This feels like a team that's got some built-in chemistry already, that is playing at a really high level on both ends. And then to see one half where an entire part of your team, your offense, is just stinky against an Alabama team that is not known for stingy defense. Colin makes both. Back to a 6-point game with 4:42. If you can get it like 4-point game, 4 3-point game with the under 4 timeout, take your chances there. But guys, Alabama's defense is not that good. They make the runs they do based on an incredible offense and like a top 25, top 30 defense. That is not elite in these parts. Alabama, or Illinois, I should say, is probably not going to fall defensively on. That's a foul and a half from Big Z. He took the bait on the pump fake. 2 shots coming up for Alabama. So your defensive metrics are probably going to even maybe go up a step or 2 tonight. But your offense just stunk. Bobo, this is it. Illinois hit 1-3 in the second half. Bama's hit 4. All this to do about getting shooters, and they can't make a freaking shot when it counts. If you want frustration for tonight, it's this. You want Illinois to make a second weekend run. I think they are fully equipped to get a good seed this year, better than 6. And I think best case, you're probably looking at as like a 3. Okay, I don't think they're a 1 or 2 seed quality team. There's too many established teams with a little bit more built-in chemistry than what you have. But I think a 3 is attainable. And you ride that same path like you did 2 years ago. But you spend an entire offseason accruing offensive talent. Why is it that they just, forget how to shoot? Is it because that when faced with that athleticism and that much more in-your-face defense, they wither, they fold? Why is it? And it's early. The sample size is small. But shooting-wise, this does not feel all that dissimilar from last year. Now, Henrichhouse makes a 3 there to make it a 4-point game. But your percentage thus far this year is about like last year. All right, well, it's a 4-point game. Alabama does not hit the FU3, but it is going to be Illinois ball coming out of the break. 4-point game. There you go. You got a shot. Bobo with Ben with 3 instead of an E. So trademark that if it hasn't already been Bobo. No, he's playing well other than the shot making, but that is his second 3 tonight. That's more than a lot of guys in this team can say. In fairness, he's probably shooting about the percentage of the team from 3. 2 for 8. 2 for 7, excuse me. So, timely for sure. Not dead yet. Not dead yet. God, wouldn't it be great if in 10 minutes we're talking about, whoa, what a comeback. That's why I always wonder when people listen to this after the fact. And they know, oh man, he has no idea what's going to happen. I hope that's compelling listening for those after the fact. But I would love for someone listening right now the day after to be thinking, oh, Carp has no idea. No idea. All right. As we got a break here, I want to hit this one more time because we'll end when the game ends. But got to remind you, the best way to support us is to support our sponsors. That includes Hamilton Walkers in downtown Champaign. Steak, seafood, and spirits right in the heart of downtown Champaign for a date night, informal, formal dinner, whatever it may be, pre or post-game meal. It is the spot to go to in Champaign. That's Hamilton Walkers. State Farm agent Brian Hansen, online at brianismyguy.com. Life, auto, home, business, renters, you name it. Brian is my guy. He can be your guy as well at brianismyguy.com. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend. Give them a call at 217-841-4728. Join their maintenance program. No overtime or weekend fees and guaranteed same-day service. That's Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing. And finally, Owen Builders, LLC, online at owenbuildersllc.com. For your next home improvement project, check out a gallery of their work online at owenbuildersllc.com. You know, I'll say this. Been a critical podcast, but more just, disappointment that you played this way in the second half. Brad Underwood is scheduling these games. I'm glad that he does. This is big-time basketball. You got all the eyes on you. No one's going to walk away from this game saying, go, Illinois stinks. No one's going to say that. There's no negative in doing this. I would like for this team to make a second weekend. I mean, we're going to start there, right? We're all in the same boat. An expectation for us to feel good about this team is to make a second weekend. And we all probably agree that the bugaboo with Brad is the lack of postseason success. I mean, that's freaking fair. So the continuity is great. The consistency with winning is great. But he's got the foundation here. And we have the investment in this program with NIL and going to Europe and using the transfer portal, which he's navigated very well, to start being a little bit more like an Alabama and less like a Greg Gard, Wisconsin when it comes to postseason success. So that, it's interesting. We watch these regular season games, and that's all it is. Okay, trying to project forward and say, well, can they make a run? I still think this team can. And they're right here with 3:45 to go and the ball. Here's Stojakovic with the take, and he gets the foul. Forcing the issue. I love it. Double bonus. Please, Andre, make your free throws. All right, from AO. We're kind of soft defensively. I don't mind. I don't know about soft defensively. I'm not getting that. I just don't think the size was the advantage I thought tonight, and that's probably the athleticism of Alabama was able to counter that. Andre can't make a free throw. Dude. From Nicholas, it's just a 4-point game on a bad second half. Nothing to get too worried about. Usually a good sign when you play below your standard and are still in it. Well, Nicholas, to that point last year when they played below their standard, this game does not stay close late. Eventually, the other team runs away with it. Michigan State being a prime example of that. Andre makes the second, so it's a 3-point game. Now I'm starting to worry about the missed free throws because it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. 3:35 to go. Alabama with the ball. Rotating up top. 5 out right now offensively for Alabama. Pick coming up in the middle. Nope, not going to take it. Kylan staying with his guy. The 3 is up for Alabama. It is not even close, and it will be Illinois ball. I don't know what happened on that release. Didn't seem like the best shot going off, and it's Illinois' ball with a chance to make it a 1-point game or tie things up. I would imagine they're feeling it at the United Center. From Mr. M, I feel like the NBA 3-point line is throwing people off. Trevor texted me and Isaac that same thought tonight, that it's just how can you not, your feet see this line that's darker, far more stark. And, of course, yeah, I mean, and also, it's fun. You're at an NBA court. I'm going to make an NBA 3. A lot of these guys are shooting that distance anyway in some of these college games, but you do wonder. Just one little hitch in your shot. 3:15 to go, Kylan with the ball over to Stojakovic. Kind of a one-man game offensively right now. He's driving. He does not get the foul call there. Alabama gets the ball back. So it seems like Andre wore out his foul quota on that possession. 3 minutes to go, Alabama ball, and we got a foul away from the ball. Wagler didn't like that call. Kylan grabs him very quickly as if to say, shh. Man, I don't know how Stojakovic doesn't get that call. I mean, that's just it, guys. Consistency with calls. I think I'm not going to point after this game and say, well, the refs screwed Illinois, because I don't think I can point to the stats and say that's the case. Oh, my God. Lane violation. This guy double clutches free throw in the weirdest release I've ever seen, and you get a lane violation. And he makes it. Oh, my God. This is going to sound like not taking accountability for what should never happen, which is a lane violation. But that was a weird ass release. I'm sorry. I was like, is he shooting it? What? And then he shot it. Lane violation. Potential 2 extra points for Alabama. And he makes both. God dang, guys. Whatever the hitch was in a shot, you can't do that. You can't do that. Kylan with the ball. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. 2:50 in the game. Henrichhouse out there. He'll get an open look, I would imagine. Kylan with the drive. He does draw the foul. And you know what's so frustrating? That gets called a foul. The previous possession when Stojakovic did the same thing was not. So either do or don't. And I'm looking at this, and this Bristow, I mean, yeah, that's a foul. He had his arms down a little bit. Kylan did a good job absorbing contact there. Kylan from the line. It's good. Man, those other missed free throws hurt right now. They really do. Darn it. 2:43 to go, 75-71 Illinois. I'm not doing great with the reset. I'm sorry for those that might be listening post, but second free throw coming up for Kylan. 3-point game. 2:43 to go. All right. I mean, hey, good thing is if you just keep them scoreless the rest of the game, I think you're going to win. I mean, no, really it is just a matter of getting a few more stops. Alabama with the ball. 2:30 to go. Taking their time on the shot clock. Oh, my God. It part of like the Red Sea. What was Stojakovic doing there? Him and Big Z just completely lost track of who's guarding who. Just dumb shit, man. Between that and the lane violation, it's a little frustrating to see. Stojakovic up and in, and it's a 3-point game. But come on, man. It's back. You can't waste possessions defensively like that. All right, here's Alabama with the ball. They don't take the three. Oh, man. Big Z jumped on that pump fake, but Alabama did not take advantage. So 10 on the shot clock. 1:50 to go. They're just going to launch a three here. So be ready for the board. No, he's driving it. The take is no good. God dang it. Get the freaking rebound. And Kylan drives in and back to a 3-point game. I don't understand what it is either right now, Toda. It's bullshit. This defense. You got a 3-point game. You've got to get a stop. The 3 for Alabama is up. That is an FU 3 right in your face. Didn't even contest. Absolute bullshit. God damn it. That pisses me off. That's how you're going to go out. Like a limp noodle. Thank you, Kylan. Back to a 4-point game. But Jesus, you're getting shots now and you aren't stopping anybody. In this fashion. Someone make a stop. Just absolutely no resistance whatsoever. I'm sorry I'm not happier that it's a 4-point game despite all of this. But now that it is getting tighter, all those things you didn't do for 12, 13, 14 minutes of this half are coming home to roost in a gettable game. It's not going to hurt you in the seedings. But, when you get a game like this, basically a cherry on top in your pocket, it does help you in March. Now, Kylan makes it a 3-point game. Can you get a stop? I have no faith in them right now, but I freaking hope they do. Alabama with 2 timeouts, 55 seconds. They're not taking one here. They're going to run a set. There will be, after the shot clock, even if they wind it all the way down, 30-plus seconds to go. Here's the drive. Up and in. Game. Just better than you. They're just better than you. And you did yourself no favors tonight. And for a defense that actually I didn't have a problem with really for most of the game. And then when it comes to crunch time, shot made. I don't even want to look at the play chart here. Shots made and missed. You see that Alabama made however many in a row to close this thing out. All the bunnies you couldn't make, all the open threes you couldn't make. Okay, fine, you want a shootout. We'll figure out the defense later. But the problem is you didn't make your shots, and the defense folded when it counted. You're going to send a bunch of Illini fans home disappointed tonight. As Greg says, United Center struggles. This is not a DEFCON 1, but in the moment it is frustrating. And you have every reason to be disappointed and frustrated with a performance like this in the second half. Because they have the FU threes that Ryan mentioned earlier in the chat thread. They've made FU threes and FU shots, cold-blooded. And you've been playing catch-up the entire time because of way too many mistakes against a team that you can ill afford them against. And that's frustrating, man. Technically not over. You get a quick shot, and then, you force a... I don't know. 46 seconds to go. You just got to go now. So Conlon should just drive it down and just try to draw a foul. It's going to be forced, but do it. He does that. Up and in. 3-point game with 39 seconds to go. Trap in the corner. They do. And a timeout for Alabama. Now, Brad's ticked off about something. The ref was looking at him like, okay, what? What the ref needs to do is walk away. He's just standing there like within that space. And it's like, just get out of that. All right, so the Bama player pushed Illinois. Yeah, that would have been a nice call to get that. Under review for dead ball contact foul. So, hey. Would that be Illinois ball? 2 shots? Wouldn't that be something? Hey, refs, the Vegas spread was 1.5. St. Dom, what the shit are you talking about? Not really mad we competed, and you come on here talking about Brett Bielema as much as you do? Are you serious right now? There are different barometers with which we look at these programs based on history and how long each coach has been here. And you're not really mad we competed. I'm happy for you, pal. I'm not mad, but I'm disappointed. Which sounds like a, patronizing in a way, like I'm a parent or something. I'm not. But yes, St. Dom, we love you, but where's this cheery stuff coming from? Man. No, I mean, listen, there's things to build on, but frustrations remain. And St. Dom got mad because Brett got blown out. That's fair. I mean, don't lose 63-10 to anybody. That is point taken, St. Dom. For McDart, competed. We win this game if we make free throws. Yeah. No dead ball contact, not surprising. All right. Can I say, I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I didn't think there was anything egregious on that. I didn't. So I'm not that bothered by the lack of a call. Would have been nice. I think it would have been justified based on the angle there, but I don't know. Creating space with your eye. I've just seen more egregious things. Oh, the second. Okay, well then, Bobo, then I was not even looking the right thing. It might have been. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. 33.9 seconds left on the game, 24 on the shot clock. I always worry about these inbounds where if one guy sneaks loose and you get an easy sort of like breakaway shot, Alabama does break the press. I mean, are you going to foul or are you going to run it out? They do foul with 27.6 to go. Hey, like Greg said, not a flagrant. So that's, not like Boswell against Texas Tech. I'm surprised, though, that didn't go Illinois' way the way that the spread is. Guys, listen, the way the sports gambling is, I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all, but you're telling me that officials are not going to be influenced by spreads. Come on. All right. Free throws for Alabama are up, and first one's no good. Interesting. 3-point lead with 27.6 to go. All right. St. Dom keeping the positivity. Going to be scary when fully healthy. I mean, listen, Tommy was a non-factor tonight. He's not right. So, no, I do think that when everything coalesces, they're going to be better than last year. I have no doubt about that. And then it's all about, can they make the second weekend? All right, second free throw is up. It is good, so you got to hustle down here, get a quick shot. You got both Stojakovic and Boswell that can do that. All right, 25 seconds. Boswell, bring it up. From Rickhouse back to Boswell. Two-man game. And the block shot. Stojakovic, but we get a foul. Wagler will go to the line to shoot 2 with 14.6. Well, make these 2, quick foul, and then hope they miss one, and then you got a shot to tie. Can you make a 3 in that case? Oh, God. And who would take it? Honestly, if I'm looking at the court, I think it'd be in Rickhouse. Think about this, too. Mirkovic has been a complete non-factor in this half. Complete non-factor. Dang. All right, so Allen is out for Alabama. It is 10:31 Central Time. 2-hour and 15-minute ball game. College sports are just getting bloated. Never ending. Limu emus abound. Reviews. Many fouls, many free throws. It's a game that used to go 2 hours and done. No longer. Ugh. I sound like Mr. Complainy Pants over here. I'm getting old, guys. Wagler free throws up and good. There's no college basketball game in regulation that should go more than 2 hours. Just call me old-fashioned. All right, 85-82. Here's Keaton at the line, 14.6 to go. Second free throw was up. No good. God dang it, man. He's a good free throw shooter. Well, guys, I really don't want to dredge up 12 for 19 from the free throw line. That's 7 missed. You're down by 3. 10 for 30 from three-point range. That's 33%. You make one more, you're tied. It's a game of margins, and it always is going to be that way. And every time that you missed a wide-open 3 or you missed a point-blank free throw, you felt that little puckering up down where, one would pucker. And that's why you are trailing now by 2 possessions with 12.9 to go. And it's looking bleak. Frustrating. I can hear about learning experiences and all that, but frustrating in the moment. So it's a 5-point game. And Illinois will have to just launch one up. Bobo, if your message is any indication, we're not dead yet. Benham Rickhouse 3 is up and good. Timeout for Brad. So 8.4 to go. Not dead yet. He's making them. He's got the most threes on the team tonight. So there you go. From Big Toto, we still have the whole season ahead of us. Learn in advance. Absolutely. I mean, I remember back in, 2 years ago, you lost at home to Marquette. A good Marquette team that ended up being a 2 or 3 seed, I forget. and being really frustrated, thinking, come on, guys, get a marquee win. Well, they did later in December. They beat Florida Atlantic, and they would have beaten, well, they smoked Missouri. They beat Rutgers. Am I missing a non-conference win there? Lost to Tennessee. So, they had some good wins, but really it was momentum that really built as the season went along. Even a couple of iffy games in late February. So it wasn't some straight line for that team in 2023. They got hot at the right time. They coalesced at the right time. They were healthy at the right time. But, yeah, I mean, listen, it's not a question about them quitting. It's not like last year. It is a higher bar. I do expect them to be better. We're already seeing enough to indicate they will be better. And it's more just, darn it, man. Look at me saying darn it now. Like an after-school special. I've learned a lesson myself. But I just wish it's when you can just see those missed opportunities in front of you. Now, it's a 2-point game with 8.6 to go. You're going to have to pull some out of your old butt. Can you? And we get a foul right away with 0.4 going off the clock. 2 shots coming up for Alabama. You need them to just miss one. St. Dom asks, Carp, what's your opinion of Ben? I think he should be at the end of the bench. I think his minutes will be reduced, St. Dom, when you are fully healthy. And I think he brings value at 15 minutes a game, not 30, as much as he does 15. He has been the problem tonight, but darn, I really wish he would have hit a little bit more. From Greg, this game is a missed opportunity. I don't disagree, Greg. And that's just it. I'm not breaking remotes tonight. But, these games are the difference in seed lines sometimes. The good news for Illinois is they have more opportunities in the non-conference to solidify their position as a possible 3 seed or something like that. So there's going to be a chance. First free throw is no good. I'm not even going to look at the chat window here. I got to watch this live. Illinois will get a shot to tie it, even if he makes this. 8 seconds to go. The second free throw is up. It's good. Illinois needs a 3. Too late for just a 2, right? You can't just go for a 2. You got to go for a 3. Kylan gets fouled. And the dance continues. Go make 2. Foul them. The dance continues. Smart, though. That's what you do. I think, right? That's a smart play. 7.1 seconds to go, 88-85. Kylan with 21 points. I would assume most in the second half because he was quiet in the first. All right. 88-85. A couple dribbles here with his first free throw. He misses the front end. Not even close. Oh, Kylan. I mean, come on. He's 5 for 6. So am I going to be that angry at him? Stojakovic could make a free throw tonight. But, man. Second one is up and good. So now you kind of need, a steal? Or you got to hope. Why are we late? How does anyone get that clear of a break to the... Petrovic comes in. He's trailing his guy by 20 feet. Come on. Not that it would have mattered that much, but come on, man. That was the easiest little inbound ever, and then you get a foul, and that's it. Not that a steal is all that likely, but come on, he had all the time in the world. Houston Mallet, what a name. Dallas Hammer. Bad joke. Free throws up and good. If he makes this, it is pretty much over. God dang. I don't know. For giggles, let's miss this. Make it a one last chance. Tommy, Benham Rickhouse, Colin Boswell, Stojakovic in the game along with Petrovic. But the free throw's up and good. I would assume that they're just going to let this play out. If you're Alabama, and just don't touch anybody, right? I mean, that's pretty much it. From Rick Allis to Boswell. Boswell's going to just drive. He stops and pops the three. It's no good, and that's game. Illinois loses 90-86 against Alabama. Got outplayed, got outshot, got out-toughed in the second half. And I'm sorry, guys, but it's disappointing. You know, like it's not anger, but it's disappointment in what was a really, really messy second half. And a game you could have won. And a game they went out and got, and you didn't. Neutral site win for them, but not really. A home away from home for Illinois, their first time back at United Center, doesn't go the way it probably should have. Vegas had to use a 2.5-point favorite. Ken Pom had to use a 6-point win. So even if it is a minor underperformance, it is an underperformance. It is early. It can get better. But here's the thing. What I want to caution Illinois fans against is on one side, it's exercising patience and letting this team develop. But on the other, it is noticing trends if they begin to emerge. And the unfortunate and maybe unfair thing for this team is that a lot of what we saw last year is fresh enough in our minds. And yes, I called Brad Underwood out a bunch last year because I thought as a coaching job, it was pretty porous at times. An inability to reel things in when they got a little bit out of control or to allow bad trends to persist when there might have been just something more that could have been done, but they weren't tried or they weren't feasible or possible. I don't know. I think this team has a lot more possibility than last year's team. I think this Alabama team, when they finally settle in, will be yet again a top 3 seed in the NCAA tournament. But you got them early before they're going to be at full strength. And yeah, you have your injury concerns, but you had a chance to win. So sorry that I'm signing off saying, ain't good enough. I'm going to be patient and let the season play out and let this team do what they do. I appreciate the fact that we get to have a game between number 11 and number 8. And yeah, you lost as number 8. You're not going to go undefeated this year. This is not a loss that you need to hang your hat on or hang your head after, excuse me. But come on. You guys watch that second half. That's not good enough. So, fine, improve. Good news is you get a random game against, I don't even know, some directional school. LIU, maybe Saturday afternoon, and then you get one, I think, Monday before UConn on Black Friday. Take your shot there, see what happens. You win that. This is a distant memory. You split UConn and Tennessee. This is a distant memory. And that's what it is now. You had 5 marquee non-conference games. You had Texas Tech, Alabama, UConn, Tennessee, Missouri. 3-2 if you want to feel good. 2-3 is fine. But it does matter, guys. It matters for seeding. And we saw the difference between a 3 and a 6 last year. When you were a 6 last year, guess what? You're playing Kentucky in the second round. Unlike 2 years ago, even if BYU would have won, you would have beaten BYU, 6 seed. Give me a break. These things matter. The Big Ten is going to be, I don't know, we'll go 12-8 in the Big Ten. It is a loaded conference. It is a balanced conference. The win total is not going to be gaudy, but you are going to get a good seed based on that. The question is how good of a seed. These things matter. And I'm sorry that I don't trust Brad Underwood in March yet and that I want any built-in advantage possible. So this game, opportunity, it was a missed one. You got others out there, but now there's a little bit more urgency to get those if you want to have those in your back pocket come Selection Sunday. I think they can. I think they will be better. I think Tennessee might be the best opportunity of all between UConn and Tennessee. Do any of us feel good going against UConn on Black Friday? It's early enough where you just kind of roll out of bed and watch what happens after you're in your turkey-induced stupor, and that's fine. But I'm sorry, guys. This was gettable, and he didn't get it. So I'm disappointed tonight. Discouraged? No. But disappointed that you didn't get it. You could have gotten it. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. You didn't. So here's what we're going to do. Going to Michigan for an early Thanksgiving this weekend. Going to be back, and I'll do a Sunday evening podcast about the Illinois-Wisconsin football game. Appreciate you all tuning in on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Do me a favor before you go. Like, follow, subscribe, whatever it may be. Trying to think if before I go, I got to get up way too goddamn early for these late. It's not even a late game necessarily, but 8:15 start. I love this too. Don't tell me it's 8 o'clock when it's 8:15. I'm a surly old man now who gets up at 5:45. Don't give me that. For Mr. M, it's going to take a while for this team to figure out who the main guys are. They're not going to be able to play 10 guys all year and find a group and have the chemistry needed in March. No, that rotation, as always, will tighten up big time. Well, I don't know what this means, St. Dom, but Brad is the Al Bundy of college basketball. Seth says, I trusted Taco Bell fart more than Brad in March. Whew. Well, I haven't had Taco Bell in years, Seth. I can't verify that statement. I will just say that I do have questions too. And that's why I want every built-in advantage going into March. And as Bobo said, they only played 8 guys tonight. Jake Davis played 2 minutes. So yeah, that rotation's tightening up already. Bummer. Last one. Ben D says, here's the thing with all this talk about chemistry and guys learning to play together. We say this every year, yet our opponents are regularly more ready to go than us. Ben, I'm going to end on this. I don't think Brad Underwood's an elite coach. I think he's a very good coach. I don't think Brett Bielema is an elite coach. I think he's a very good coach. The difference in why I'm less frustrated with a 9-3 possibility for Brett Bielema this year is that for Illinois football, I don't have that built-in knowledge of what they can do. I don't need them to win Big Ten championships, and I don't need them to make college football playoffs for me to be happy with Illinois football. I do need Illinois basketball to make the occasional run in the NCAA tournament. He's done it once, and that was amazing, and it felt so good. And I really do think, I can't believe I'm saying this 4 years after the fact, the Loyola game. These conversations are not persisting if we beat Loyola. Because if you do, you're going to the Final Four. But you didn't. So to Seth's point about a Taco Bell fart and Brad in March, and Ben saying, this is frustrating. We say this every year, and other teams are more ready to go. The key thing, Ben, better teams are often more ready to go than us. Brad does have a decent amount of ranked wins, though. So what I think this is a very good coach who is very good at talent accrual. But he's not Nate Oates, and he's not Dan Hurley. And I can live with that if we get some runs in March. Barry says, stop acting like we lost to Milliken. I don't know if you're referencing me, Barry, or just those in here in general. But if you watch the second half like we did, you can't be happy with that. It's got to improve. I think it can improve. I think this team will get healthy. But, the interesting thing about this is, on one hand, enjoying the ride. But I think with each March exit, that ability to just sit back and enjoy dissipates a bit and is replaced by, well, they got to win in March. Now, Lou Henson had a little bit of this back in the 80s. Before the Flying Illini, there was the Elite Eight run in 83-84. And then a few early exits there in the interim. And not everybody was super pleased with Lou Henson. When all was said and done, though, his body of work said this guy was a legendary coach. He built Illinois to a really good level. Brad Underwood is very much like Lou Henson. I think Brad Underwood is totally capable of making a Final Four, and I think if he's here long enough, he probably will. To me, that would be such a solidifying thing for his legacy, and I hope it happens for many reasons, including for him, because he's done enough to deserve something like that. But no, that's it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to talk about this team like it's the John Gross era. Like, I'm just happy as a clam that we competed with Alabama, number 11 Alabama, that is currently, I think, in the 20s on Ken Pom, and lost at home to Purdue. Yes, the number 1 Purdue team. And they were bound to respond, but you didn't respond strongly in the second half. So get better, but don't give me this about, of course, no one's saying we lost to Milliken. We lost to a good team, but you're a good team too. And you were at home, essentially, in front of 19,000 orange-clad fans at the United Center. And yeah, that stinks. So lick your wounds, get over it. But yeah, I'm not pissed. I'm not like on the spectrum of disappointed to angry. It's more on the disappointed spectrum. But yeah, that's all right. Hey, you got a schedule in order to go get more of these. But now let's go get more of these. And it starts next Friday because we got a couple little bye games in the middle of that. All right, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I do appreciate it. We got a little bit over 400 people between Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Before I get out of here, just a reminder, like, follow, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for all the comments and following along. Oh, no. I won't touch those chat things with a 10-foot pole. But have a good rest of your evening. Again, we'll be back Sunday evening to talk about Illinois, Wisconsin football. And then we get into Thanksgiving holiday. And I'll probably do a second half for Illinois, UConn next Friday as well. But in the meantime, everybody, have a great rest of your week. Get some sleep tonight. It's almost 11 p.m. Central Time. And I got to be up at the crack o' dawn. But that's okay. It was a big-time basketball game. You didn't get this win, but it is nice to watch big-time basketball. Big Tota, Mr. M, thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. Have a good rest of your evening, and we will talk to you soon. It is the 200 level.